Long, long ago, in a green and sunny village filled with laughter and dancing trees, there lived a very clever but sneaky animal, Mr. Tortoise, who was not like the other animals. Oh no, he was slow on his feet but fast in his head, and while others worked hard on their farms, he spent his time thinking of tricks and plans. Some said he was smart, others said he was sly, but no one could ever guess what he would do next. Now, in that same village, there was a rich farmer named Chief Yamuku, who had the biggest yam farm anyone had ever seen, and the yams were so fat, so juicy, so golden brown, they looked like they were smiling in the sun. "Whoever dares touch my yams," Chief Yamuku would shout, "will face the spirits of the ancestors." He had built tall fences, hired strong guards, and even carved wooden masks to scare thieves. But still, every full moon, one big round yam would go missing, and no one knew how. The village buzzed with gossip. "It must be a ghost," said the parrot. "No, it's the wind," said the goat. "Maybe the yams grow legs and run away," laughed the monkey. But Mr. Tortoise said nothing. He just smiled, rubbed his round belly, and hummed a soft song. One moonless night, the sky was dark and quiet. No stars, no wind, not even a whisper. Everyone was asleep, except Mr. Tortoise, who tiptoed out of his shell-shaped hut carrying a large sack and a tiny spoon, his eyes twinkling like mischief itself. With slow steps but careful moves, he crawled toward Chief Yamuku's farm, where the guards were fast asleep, snoring like thunder. One yam, just one yam, that's all he wanted. He slipped under the fence, picked the biggest yam, and placed it in his sack. He didn't run, he didn't hide, he just smiled, crawled back, and disappeared into the night. But the next morning, the village shook with noise. "Another yam is gone!" cried the guard. Chief Yamuku turned red with anger. "Who is stealing my yams? Who?" The animals gathered. Everyone was shouting. Everyone was scared. And Mr. Tortoise, he just rubbed his belly and yawned. But that was not the end. The yams kept disappearing, one by one, night after night, and still no one saw a thing. So Chief Yamuku had a plan. "Aha! I will make a talking yam," he said. He called the best medicine man in the village, and together they cooked up a magical yam. A yam that could see, hear, and speak. A yam that would remember the thief. The yam was planted deep in the middle of the farm. Fat, round, golden, and full of secrets. Mr. Tortoise had no idea. That night, Mr. Tortoise was extra hungry. His tummy growled like a lion, and he waited until the village slept and made his way to the farm once again. He tiptoed past the snoring guards, crept under the fence, and there it was, the magic yam. Oh, it was the biggest one yet. He licked his lips, his eyes widened, he reached out, pulled the yam, and, "Who are you?" said the yam. Mr. Tortoise froze. The yam had spoken. "Who are you?" it asked again. Tortoise's heart pounded like drums. Sweat poured from his shell. He looked left, he looked right. No one was there, but the yam was staring. I am," Mr. Tortoise stuttered. He dropped the yam and ran. He ran and ran. Not his usual slow crawl. No, that night he ran faster than a rabbit on fire. But the yam had already seen his face. The next morning, the whole village came to the farm. "The yam will speak," said the medicine man, who sprinkled powder on the yam. The yam blinked its eyes and spoke. "I saw him," it said in a deep voice. "He is short, with a hard shell. He walks slowly, but thinks fast. His name is Mr. Tortoise." Gasps filled the air. The parrot fainted. The goat chewed his beard in shock. The monkey dropped his banana. Mr. Tortoise? The yam thief? Chief Yamuku was furious. "Catch him!" he screamed. "Bring him to justice!" The animals chased Mr. Tortoise all over the village, but Mr. Tortoise was too clever. He hid in a tree, painted his shell, and even wore a fake beard. But one day, while sneaking out of a yam pot, he was caught, red-handed, or rather, yam-handed. They dragged him to the village square. "Why, Mr. Tortoise?" cried the children. "Why did you steal?" asked the rabbit. Mr. Tortoise looked around. His eyes were full of tears, but his voice was calm. "I was hungry," he said. "I had no farm, no friends, no family. I was lonely, and I was forgotten." The animals went silent. "Each night," Mr. Tortoise continued, "I sat alone, watching the stars, listening to the laughter in other homes, and I thought, just one yam won't hurt anyone. But I was wrong." Even Chief Yamuku's angry face softened. Then the smallest child in the crowd stepped forward. "I would have shared my yam," she said, holding a little roasted piece in her hand. One by one, the animals came forward. The parrot brought maize, the goat brought soup, the monkey brought fruits. Chief Yamuku stepped up too. He raised his hand and said, "Sometimes we are so busy guarding what we have that we forget to look around us." He turned to Mr. Tortoise. "You were wrong to steal, but we were wrong to ignore you. From now on, you will work on my farm, not as a thief, but as a helper." Mr. Tortoise's eyes shone with tears again, but this time they were happy tears. And so, from that day on, Mr. Tortoise became a new tortoise. He worked hard, he smiled more, he even started telling stories to children under the moonlight. He never stole again. But sometimes, when the moon is full and the night is still, you can hear him telling the tale of the yam that talked and the thief that changed.